this video, we're going to hear from 4 teachers who are going to tell us about the considerations for developing a rich whole school reading culture.
The importance of reading for independent learning. Reading is an essential component of becoming an independent learner and underpins the study of all subject areas. As such, it is every teacher's responsibility to teach reading within their subject discipline, guided and supported by the school literacy or reading lead. Students who are not confident, skilled readers will have difficulty accessing the curriculum, and this will impact their academic performance. Being a good reader is also linked to high self-esteem and good mental health. Reading widely enables students to step outside their own experiences and can help build tolerance and empathy by experiencing and engaging with other views through texts.
Read, read, read. Students need to read widely and frequently to develop their vocabularies, deepen their knowledge and understanding of the world, and become fully independent, confident readers. Students should have easy access to a library with a range of books for all levels of reader. They should be supported in making experimental choices of reading material and not being too constrained by habit, genre, or a lack of confidence or knowledge, although all reading, of any genre, helps to build reading skills and develop vocabulary. They should be encouraged and rewarded for reading and the support of parents engaged. Offering students access to digital books as well as print can all help encourage students to read more. Students can also be offered access to audiobooks and online reading materials. Building reading activities into pastoral time can also widen students' experiences of books. A shared class reader, vocabulary building and comprehension activities, and chances to share their reading with peers and teachers can all take place in tutor time. Many reluctant readers benefit from being read an opening chapter or first book of a series to engage them with a story. Equally, sharing texts in which students can recognise themselves can be a gateway to engaging with more challenging and less familiar subject matter.
Monitor, screen, and check. We cannot assume that students are continuing to develop their reading ability. Since the challenge of reading changes as students move up the school, reading difficulties may emerge at any point. Providing regular opportunities for screening assessments, such as standardised reading tests, can help identify emerging difficulties and ensure students can receive the appropriate teaching and support to continue to develop. Classroom teachers can be supported in understanding the reading needs of their students by sharing the screening assessment data as a starting point, then helping them in understanding needs within the context of their subject area. It is also worth noting that many reluctant readers can score poorly in screening tests due to a lack of interest and motivation rather than a reading need. It is worth cross-checking any screening data against other sources of data and retesting students under closer supervision where there is a conflicting picture of need. The data from a screening check is only the first step. Reading needs can then be confirmed and specified using diagnostic assessments, with students then placed on appropriate intervention programmes dependent on their needs. Once screening and diagnostic assessments have been used to understand needs robustly, it will be clear when students need to miss mainstream lessons to ensure that they receive timely and effective reading tuition.
Teacher Continuing Professional Development, CPD. The core strategies for scaffolding reading in the secondary classroom are a useful starting point for a CPD programme for classroom teachers. Incorporated into regular classroom practice, they will enable teachers to scaffold texts at any level for their students. However, time needs to be built into a whole school CPD programme for teachers to understand and engage with the strategies, refine and tweak them for their subject area, and build them into short, medium, and long-term planning. Leaders will need to monitor the consistency of their use and provide further support for staff who need it. They might also want to create consistency, for example, by agreeing a shared approach to introducing new Tier 3 vocabulary. However, reading demands will differ by subject area, and middle leaders will need to be supported in identifying the most relevant practice for their specialism. In addition, Many classroom teachers may have little knowledge of the ways in which the weakest readers are being supported, either one-to-one or in small groups. It might be helpful to share information about what intervention programs, including catch-up phonics, are being delivered and to whom, so that teachers can build upon this in class and support the students who need it most. Students with SEND and EAL may receive different forms of support and intervention, and the differences may be helpful for teachers to understand, so support is joined up across intervention and the mainstream curriculum. Teachers will also need to be informed when students are missing their lessons for reading intervention programs.